Welcome back to more Animal Crossing New Horizons Happy Home Paradise. Last time we started work on the restaurant after finishing the cafe, so this time we're going to try to finish up the restaurant. We got most of the main dining area done, but we still have the kitchen to do, so we're switching over to this for a bit. I'm not quite done with the main room even, but I figured I should take a break, to be honest, because I was kind of like not entirely sure how to proceed, so we'll go with this for now. It would help to swap over to the right view. Ventilation. Definitely should have some ventilation in this kitchen. Hot rack. Can we make it a color that matches better? That works. Do we have any, like, I don't know, like a tile wall? Because I feel like almost, you know what? I might actually completely change the aesthetic of the main room because I just discovered this wall and I'm like, you know what? I kind of like this better, if I'm being honest. Yeah, let's go with a tile, or yeah, let's go with a tile wall like this. Fan. Probably should have a fan in case something catches on fire. I don't know if actual restaurants would put fans in. Not even kidding, I actually looked up pictures of what the insides of restaurant kitchens look like before starting this particular part, because I was like, I don't have any idea of what would actually go inside here, so I should probably look it up. Probably a refrigerator would be a good idea. Some counters, stoves, a sink. This is actually going to be a lot easier, I think. Partly just because it's a little bit more straightforward in terms of like design aspects, I think. Put the stove over here, move the range, if I can actually select it. The one downside of having a lot more like options is sometimes you can feel a little bit overwhelmed when you have to like shuffle between like, you know, the walls, the ceilings. Yeah, having more options is normally great, but it can be a little much at times, if that makes sense. Lots of room to cook here. I don't know why I need a refrigerator and a freezer, since that's like a double door refrigerator, but oh well. Can store plenty of food in this kitchen. Kitchen counter. I feel like this should actually, yeah, face this way. Like this. Yeah, I feel like this is inherently easier because this is almost a little bit less decorative, so it almost feels like I'm worrying less about like the overall like aesthetic quality of this kitchen because that's all it is, it's a kitchen. Can we make this slightly wider? Because I think that'll help a little bit. A lot of the designs I found online in terms of like actual kitchens, not even designs in Animal Crossing, but actual kitchens, a lot of them are actually kind of organized like this, where they have like a central island. And that honestly looks pretty cool, so I think I'm actually going to go with that. Except I actually don't know if I really have enough options here to really make that work. We'll try some things out. Maybe make this like 3 wide or something. Or just use 2 of these stoves, like, or like oriented like back to back like this. And yeah, plenty of stuff to actually place on the actual like surfaces too. I feel like one of the ranges should be here just because it's like where things are actually cooking. So maybe I should move those? Or, yeah. Clearly, I'm not an interior designer. That should be very clear by now. That I'm not entirely sure what I'm doing with this. So, yeah, lots of counter space back there to prep food. The freezer. I'm gonna put the freezer on one side and then the refrigerator on the other. So kind of like this to kind of center everything. Maybe move that a little bit away, like so. Yeah, let's go from here and set this other counter here. I'm definitely running out of space already, it feels like. Duplicate. Being able to just quickly duplicate items is amazing. And I'm pretty sure that wasn't new, not New Leaf and Happy Home Designer, but it definitely almost feels a little bit more noticeable here, if that makes sense, because of like, I feel like you have more like complexity with what you can actually design. So yeah, definitely put these over the actual stoves. I wonder what it would look like if I just had like 4 like lined up like this. Like, would that be weird? Honestly, doesn't look bad. I don't know if that's remotely practical or how this would actually be set up in all honesty, but it doesn't look bad. Yeah, lots of cooking equipment everywhere. So yeah, in general though, this is a lot of fun. Again, I always did like the facility building parts more than the house designing, even though the house designing is kind of like the focal point of everything. I did always enjoy actually getting to customize like the interior stuff a little bit more for like the buildings, especially because afterwards you can also have various scenes of the characters like interacting, which is also really fun. When you have like, yeah, all the characters just kind of hanging out, working at their respective jobs and everything. Yeah, let's throw in a shelf with bottles also, like so. Honestly, this is actually turning out better than I would have thought. I was a little bit worried going into this because of just generally not being entirely sure what to do here. But I do feel like this is actually turning out pretty okay. The one thing I'm a little bit unsure about is like the main room, I feel, which I'm still not 100% sure how to navigate some of my design limitations there, again, just because of not having all of the options I would have liked in terms of actually like placing things. Also, we can set stuff on the actual like stoves themselves, which is nice. Oops, did not mean to flip that. Put that there. Actually, the microwave should probably go over here because this is kind of turning into like a kitchen area almost. Flip these two. I actually built like a cafe in my actual town, specifically before the actual cafe got added in. I did build an outdoor cafe. I'm actually debating if I should get rid of it now, partly just because there is an actual cafe, and also just because I could probably use the space for something else. Yeah, if I had any issues with Happy Home Paradise, and this kind of also applies to the main game, is that some of the control options are a little obtuse at times. It's not too bad usually, but there are definitely times when it's like, the controls can feel a little bit overwhelming just because of how many options there are. This is actually a problem in a lot of games, I feel, where sometimes it just, yeah, feels like you have a lot of different control options, and it can get overwhelming really fast. Recently, I've been playing Pokemon Legends Arceus, and that's the biggest example I've been currently experiencing with, like, having a ton of different buttons to have to keep in mind, and often jumbling them in my head. Alright, so let's do something fun called taking everything I had envisioned and then realizing that there's actually something better, and then having to basically scrap everything I did in here. We're gonna switch over to this style of wall. The one downside is there really isn't a matching flooring here that works well, unfortunately. Actually, that doesn't look too terrible, sticking with what we had. Columns, I feel like they need to move over because of the change in wallpaper. Redesign these. Let's see. Concrete or marble? Let's go with the marble like that. That looks actually pretty cool. Unless we have to also change these. Like so. I'm also debating if I should center the columns or if having them like closer in towards the entrance is actually okay. I actually don't mind it that much, so we might leave it. Which also means I can totally throw out all the stuff I was thinking about the chairs, because we don't have to worry about the chairs matching as much, because we can use something straight up different than the ones I had originally picked out. These just look not like they match. Like they're a little bit too informal. Yeah, we could go with something like this, or we could stick with what we have, which is almost what I'm leaning towards at the moment. Because there's sort of like a combination of like light colors and darker colors, so this might work actually. I'm actually debating if I want to put like a clock on that wall. Also might change this back to white to match the wall color. I might leave the chair dark though. Or change the color balance so they're reversed basically like that. Change the serving cart, and now that I'm a little bit happier with the actual like the overall like vibe of the restaurant because of the lighter atmosphere, now I need to start thinking about the what am I trying to say? The actual food that's going to go on all the tables, because I should probably put food here. Yeah, very like different environment than or atmosphere than what I was originally planning, just because of realizing that there are more options than I had originally thought. Yeah, really quickly go through the list of food and place some things. Let's actually swap over to the actual menu here, the miscellaneous tab. Let's see, curry, sure. Lots of ramen, I'm noticing. Risotto, sure. Pie. Dessert. More pie. An actual like meal plate, like so. And some drinks, and that should actually be enough food for the various tables. So let's see how this works. This actually might not be formal enough now that I'm looking at it. Also, that takes up like, how many spaces? Just one, okay. Now that's not exactly meshing with the overall aesthetic. So yeah, let's try to place some of the food on these tables. Oh, you can only place 2, okay. So that kind of changes my original plan a little bit. So I actually don't need all of this food. I'll put the pie on the serving tray in the corner. Put this over here. Honestly, this actually turned out better than I thought. I was, again, a little bit worried about some of the matching aesthetics of everything, but I think it actually turned out pretty okay. How are things going? So let's decide who'll be working here. Wow, we have 4 to choose from this time. Let's go with Vivian. Actually, Vivian should be the cashier, I think. Bob can be the chef, which makes sense since he's one of the types of villagers who really likes food. Bella is the apprentice chef, and as like the waiter, I'm guessing we can have, yeah, Punch I think also would be a good choice for this. Okay, I'll go call the restaurant staff. Wait, before we do this, we need to give our new restaurant a name. If you have any ideas, I want to hear them, or if you don't right now, that's okay, we can name it later. Got it. Feel free to let me know later when we're at the office. I brought the restaurant staff. I also thought it would be good to bring a few diners along. This place really turned out fantastic. I can't wait to see how well it photographs. And speaking of which, once you're done, tell me if you want to get a celebratory photograph. What's up? Great, let's go outside. And now, we're here to take a celebratory photo of the restaurant. Thank you very much. Now that we have our own restaurant, this island seems bigger than ever. I feel like the sky's the limit for us. We should also hear some words from the one who is in charge of this restaurant project. What have you got to say to us on this great day, Jonathan? Thank you. And last but not least, let's take that celebratory photo. I think it came out lovely, but what do you think of this photo, Jonathan? I agree, I think it's perfect too. That'll do it. Take care, everyone. Good work. Thanks to you, we completed a wonderful restaurant, Jonathan. I hear they're going for some real quality cooking. I really need to check it out sometime. Definitely. I bet it'll be a great place for a get-together. Let's all go there to try the cuisine one of these days. Anyway, it's payment time. This was a big project, so you've definitely earned all 25,000 Poki. Great work all around. I know I can count on this team for the next project too. Okay, do you want to call it a day, or do you want to keep working a bit longer? Alright, take it easy and rest up. First of all, I want to buy some things. Jonathan, I have news. We've started a new service. Employees of Paradise Planning can pay for their purchases later if they don't have enough Poki, so just let me know if you're interested in anything. So yeah, now we have the ability to pay later if we ever run short on cash. We have plenty of Poki at the moment, but as a bit of foreshadowing, it looks like there's going to be something in the very near future that's going to be very expensive. So we might want to actually hold on to our Poki for now. Now that we've designed multiple houses and 2 facilities, I think I'm going to call it a day here. Next time we'll continue working for Paradise Planning. But for now, thank you for watching, and I hope you'll join me next time for more Animal Crossing New Horizons Happy Home Paradise.